Rockford Public Schools is down to 3 finalists for its next superintendent. The district isn't releasing any names at this point. Miriam Niesmeyer talks with leaders and the Rockford Education Association about why some feel they're left in the dark on the superintendent search.
The search began after Superintendent Aaron Jarrett transferred to Hononegah High School. I spoke with the president of REA and Hononegah's school board president about why some searches don't go public.
We've been absolutely left out of it.
That's what Rockford Education Association President Claudia Marshall says as Rockford Public Schools confirms it is down to 3 finalists for the next superintendent. In a statement from the Board of Education, this has been a confidential search out of respect for all candidates and to protect their relationships within their current school communities. We won't be releasing any names at this time.
Now, when I say no involvement, all community members and stakeholders were given an opportunity to meet with the firm that was leading the search. We were given a half hour. Our union is 2,000 teachers, nurses, social workers, psychs, speech paths, and SLPs strong.
Marshall says she understands a level of confidentiality is important, but questions why educators were not included in the final stages of the search.
They all are boots on the ground, working with children every day, and they are the stakeholders who know what's needed most for students to be successful and achieve in this district.
Rockford began its search after Superintendent Aaron Jarrett announced he's leaving for Hononegah High School, District 207. But Hononegah did not hold a public search, and its school board president says that depends on the district.
It wasn't a question of trying to be secretive or anything like that. It was just simply a question of identifying the candidate we wanted, interviewing them, negotiating, getting a contract that was mutually agreed upon, and then signing it. And that's what we did.
Marshall says she hopes the board has found someone that has integrity, is truthful, and keeps the needs of students at the forefront.
An RPS 205 spokesperson says it will introduce its new superintendent once a contract is signed. The board has not released a specific date for that decision.